Against the backdrop of the previous U.S. administration's more active support for Ukraine, Donald Trump's current peace initiative is raising many questions from European leaders and Ukrainian officials. In the 6 months of his presidency, Trump has not introduced a single new sanction against Russia, and in some cases, he even made minor concessions regarding existing ones. The Kremlin quickly sensed this weakness and intensified its pressure on Kyiv. Notably, Trump responded to this by announcing a halt to U.S. arms shipments to Ukraine. Monica Crowley, head of U.S. Protocol, explained Trump's actions as him adopting a strategic approach similar to that of President Richard Nixon. In 1972, Nixon successfully weakened Soviet influence in Asia by moving closer to China. Trump, according to Crowley, is acting Nixon-style, but in reverse. He sees potential rapprochement with Moscow as a lever to pressure Beijing.
In Trump's view, anti-Russian sanctions have failed to achieve their strategic objectives. They do not push Vladimir Putin toward peace in Ukraine. On the contrary, they encourage Russia to shift toward a wartime economy and deepen ties with Asian powers. Trump had previously criticized Joe Biden harshly for pursuing a sanctions policy that, in his opinion, only strengthened the alliance between Moscow, Beijing, and Tehran. Now he seeks to play on the contradictions between these powers, evident in the Pentagon's military strike on Iran and the trade war declared against China, while taking no new actions against Russia. Trump himself has stated that additional sanctions would derail the emerging dialogue with the Kremlin and jeopardize a potential peace deal over Ukraine. Another reason behind Trump's interest in freezing the conflict lies in the potential geopolitical shifts it could bring. A full Russian victory in Ukraine would result in a loss of U.S. influence in Eastern Europe, while a Russian defeat would bolster the positions of Britain and the EU. In both scenarios, the White House has no strategic interest. The current status quo, where the U.S. maintains leverage over Europe, is more beneficial to Washington. Therefore, from Trump's perspective, freezing the conflict along the current lines appears to be the most favorable course of action.